let's just kind of take a little history lesson now. We thought we had this issue resolved. Tell me what it took to get to the point in June where you actually got the funding for the water extension.
Well, we have the history goes way back to where we've been declined on grants that we've applied for because of lack of density of homes. There's not enough homes. The grants will always go somewhere where there's more people and more homes, and there's need all across the state. And the guys sitting there handing out the grants, they'll give it to somebody that's got a few more homes before they come here. The chances of somebody buying here and building more houses is real slim. One, because they ain't no utilities and the water's bad, and two, because there's a landfill here close.
Right.
So we're fighting about every angle we can.
Now, in the past, you had at least two previous grant applications for $500,000, but that was for approximately 30 homes. Is that right?
That's close to right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, didn't they expand it on a third try?
No, this third try is the confusion is on the resolution. It mentions the main project, the big project, which is a lot more. It includes Mount Zion and Tipton.
Right.
That's what was originally estimated probably 20 years ago. The need was here. Test was done back 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 2004, 2005. I have some test results and it shows the water bad. That's when a lot of the estimates was done and money was promised. Water lines were promised. And we've been declined numerous times by two different governors and the grant system. And this money, which no one knew was coming prior to June,
The governor
money, which in his letter that explains it, two of the uses that this money can be used for, one of them being utilities and the other one being safety, public safety. It falls under both of these categories because these people has got unsafe water. Severely unsafe water.
So June, you get enough votes on the county commission to use $500,000 of that governor's funding to help with this project. You've got funding from other sources.
Yes.
To get phase one is 30 homes, right?
Yes.
Okay. The ones that have the tainted wells.
Yes.
Okay. The overall project that you're hoping for was 80, but those houses are a different phase, right?
Yeah, it actually goes up over 100, I think, when all roads are included.
It must have been kind of a shock to get the agenda packet then this month and see that there's a resolution to rescind that funding.
Well, it's actually pretty heartbreaking. As long and hard as, and many times as these people's been promised, it's discouraging. It's I can't even begin to describe. I can't. It's not even humane to take this money back from these people. Now you talked about 500,000. There's actually 600. I believe it was 1.1 million given by the government.
Right.
And the rest of the money is actually never been mentioned in the media or nowhere else, or what they're going to do. But taking this money away from these people that can't even drink, cook, or bathe in their water, all that's ever been mentioned is $500,000, and that's not right.
Right.
I agree.
Okay.
And if I go to talking about this man that lives right here, I'm gonna start crying.
Who is that?
His name's Keith Chess. He has prostate cancer in his back and the bones, and lymph nodes. He's had 40 radiation treatments. He is he's in remission. The 40 radiation treatments brought him out of it, but he needs water just as well as anybody else.
So this is your farmland. There's not a residence on your land,
No, I'm not included in the count.
But your neighbor of your farmland is one of the people that would be affected.
Yep.
Okay.
All these people are my neighbors. I've been here all my life, and I know them. The lady up the road here is I've got a mother. She's 90 years old. She's still alive. She'll always be my mother. But this lady, when I was out here when I was a small kid, she was my mother.
Mm-hmm.
She watched after me and cooked for me when I was here. She's got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And one of her homes is one that's real high in radon in the water.
Yeah. Do y'all think that the cancer is part of the well water is part of the cancer?
I'm not
deal?
a doctor and I'm not a scientist. I
Yeah.
can't answer that. The possibilities has to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Reading the results, yes, I would
Yeah.
think so. I mean, the Tennessee Department of Health, they came out through a grant and they did the testing themselves. So this man, he took them and showed them where to go to, and they did it, Jeff. And the results speaks for themselves.
So what is your plan then? Monday, the meeting, what are y'all going to try to do?
I'm gonna plan on having $500,000 to put with the rest of the money to put these people water in. That is my plan.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe anybody's got a heart that beats, that cares for another human, would even start to do this. That's devastating. That's hard to believe, but I won't say much more about
No,
that.
I want you to. And I feel this frustration, Jeff. There's $700,000 left.
Mm-hmm.
Land out there that's never even been touched. It's just like it's a personal agenda to come after this right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like Scott, I don't know why. That just floors me that anybody would offer up to give every county employee a $1,000 bonus, the part-time a $500 bonus
Mm-hmm.
in this package deal right here to get them to. And I think it was a ploy to call the elected leaders and say, hey, support this resolution over this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like Scott. I think anybody at the heart, I hope it doesn't fly.
Our that passed 17-4, by the way.
Mm-hmm. The June resolution.
The June resolution
Yes.
did, and then y'all all know that. I'd be disappointed if anybody changes their mind. I really will.
Okay. Water. Now, is that store-bought water right there?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about your water, your faucet water, your well water. What's wrong with it?
Well, a lady from Nashville come up and said it was pretty bad. I thought she meant maybe not to drink, but she calls me back and says it's so bad that she wouldn't even recommend taking a shower in it. Not to boil it, because she wouldn't recommend that either. So
Mm-hmm.
she recommended not using it at all.
Wow.
That's what I said.
That's pretty hard to live, ain't it?
It is. I mean, you got to buy store-bought water, and
Mm-hmm.
for drinking and cooking, you got to buy store-bought water because it's not safe to cook in either. But
What about showers and baths and washing dishes and
I still take a shower.
laundry?
I'm hoping my dishwasher takes care of gets hot enough to kill it in it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a job.
Well, I know. How long have you lived here?
About 25 years.
So this has been a problem your whole time.
Well, it's been a problem that I didn't know anything about until we actually got into having it tested and all that stuff. And
What was that, about 10 years ago?
no, it's been what?
Last year.
Last year.
Oh, last year. Okay. I've known they've been after the grant for a long time.
Yeah, they said several times that it was going to come, and then something changed their mind. It wasn't coming. So this time I was really hoping it would.
Mm-hmm. Well, what did you get the word in June that they had approved the funding to go
Yes.
ahead and get your water?
Sure did.
What did you think about that?
I was happy.
Yeah.
It sounded good for a little while.
Yeah.
It was bad with E. coli and I forget that second one.
Radon,
Did
turbidity.
you drink that water all those years before you found out it was not good?
No,
Did you ever drink it since you've
I
lived here?
have drunk it. Yes,
Did it taste funny, or did you have any ill feeling, or
it tastes like old spring creek water.
really? I like Spring Creek water.
Well, I did too when I was little.
Can't trust them too much anymore, can you?
No, you can't. I mean, it's not that bad to taste some water, but if it's as bad as she says it is, then it can't be good for
No, you can't drink it over an extended period of time.
you. No.
Of course, one exposure to E. coli could be curtains. you found out in June that you're going to get some water.
Right.
Then how did you find out that this was in jeopardy again? Or did you find out?
Yeah. Scott told me.
Yeah.
Scott Rutledge.
Well, how did that make you feel?
Like, here we go again. Promises and nothing happening. Promises, nothing happening.
Yeah.
Same thing over and over.
Do you know your neighbors very well? People that live up and down the road?
I do. I know well, at least the ones that lives on both sides of me.
Yeah. So how can you describe their need for water? We know you need it. And I know you've had health problems. You need clean water.
We've all got about the same need.
Yeah.
A lot of older people, mostly older people, I guess. And they're not in good health either. And you can't always get out and carry water. You can, but it's hard. It's hard for me to carry it at all. My Parkinson's is getting bad or getting worse, and hard to even hold water, much less carry it anymore. It would just be a good thing to have it through here if we could. Make a lot of people's lives a lot easier.
Is there anything you'd like to say? I don't know if you'll be able to attend the county commission meeting. If you could speak to the county commission before they vote on this, what would you say to them?
Put yourself in our place. You know, if you never went through it, you don't know what it is, and you feel safe about turning your spigot on and drinking it, then that's good, but we don't get that privilege. It's not like we can just turn ours on and drink it.
It's something people take for granted until they don't have.
That it is.
Yeah.
I just spent $850 to have my pump restored. It tore up a couple of days, well, almost a week ago. And really did have to carry a lot of water then, but it'd just be a lot better for everybody around. I don't know why they can't do it. They got the money to do it. It's just as important for us to have water as it is. You know, this day and time, there shouldn't be anybody without water.
Thank you, Larry. This is not a third world country.
It shouldn't be.
And this Keith is his name, Keith Chess. He and his wife both retired from the Kingsport Press. I've known him since we were kids. The man's worked all of his life, and he doesn't deserve to be going through what he's doing and being worried about getting a clean source of drinking water.
Especially when you got it so close
Yeah.
on both ends. I'm too old to do anything different, so
Yeah.
just have to ride it out.